Countdown didn't work, so we're live. We are live, Rusty.
Cool.
Yeah, I screwed the countdown up.
Sorry.
We're live, everybody. Welcome. That didn't work out like I thought, but hey, does it ever? No. Welcome to the weekend. Saturday night. Hopefully it's going to be a good night. It's a holiday weekend, so hopefully some people will be able to join. But I am for certain there are probably more people on vacation or spending time with their families than we are. My wife is out of town. California, Scotty. Yeah, I completely screwed up the 3, 2, 1. I hit that go live button and forgot to hit the other button. So 3, 2, 1, go. You're right. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Happy you're here. So Rusty, I've got to ask.
Okay.
I know you were on a semi vacation for family, and yeah, I know everything what that was going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
But it wouldn't be Rusty if I didn't ask. Did you buy anything while you were gone?
Yes, I did.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it. What did you buy?
but I mean, it was just regular. It was just stuff to drink. I didn't go looking for anything, or I mean, I went and looked around in a couple of stores, but I really didn't have the time to go hunt like I wanted to, because every day was just filled with going family. At night, I bought a bottle or two, and I drank it, and it was what, I don't even remember what it was. Crap. Oh, I know. I tried the French oak for the first time. I forgot about that. The 40 Makers 46.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was
Did you
good.
like it?
Yeah, I liked it. And what was the?
So I'm a firm believer that when the Makers 46 label changed, the juice changed. Some people argue, some people don't, some people agree.
Right.
I like the old 46. The new 46 is good, but I think the old 46 and the old 46 cast strength,
Yeah.
with the old label is better. When I tried the new label, I don't know if it was just psychosomatic because it was a new label. Ooh, it changed. But I definitely could tell a difference in the bottle. Still good, but I think the old label is better. Yeah, I definitely think the old label is better. So it's funny that you said you had Maker's Mark, because sitting on my table, I've got 3 bottles that I may pour tonight. One is the Redwood Empire Screaming Titan, the Journeyman Corsets, Whips, and Whiskey, and then Maker's Mark Cast Strength. I'm probably going to pour one of those. So let's go ahead and get into chat and say hi to everybody, because I see some pretty familiar faces. Let's say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Stacy from 4 Leaf Whiskey, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And Rusty, if you could share her link, that would be great. If you guys have not subscribed to 4 Leaf Whiskey, please leave now, subscribe, and come back. Because if you ever want to learn about Irish whiskey, she is, as Sugar Kitty would put it, the cat's meow. She is the one you want to go to learn about Irish whiskey. So with that being said, Josh Fritz, welcome. Peter White, Sugar Kitty, Stacy, of course.
Crap.
Mr. Mom, Jeff Castle. Scroll up a little bit. I think I said Josh Fritz. Rick Moreland is here. Nice to see you. California Scotty, that's cool. And Rick, why aren't you a moderator? Let me fix that right now.
He might actually jump in here with us.
He probably will. He normally does.
I'm working on getting. I had to find. See, I went and actually wrote down everybody's links, put it in a notepad. So all I have to do is go up and copy it. But I had to find the dang. I had to find the notepad, or which one it was. I lost it. All right, let me get over here.
Yeah. So like I said, if you haven't yet, please go subscribe to 4 Leaf Whiskey. Stacy is awesome, and you will learn a lot about different Irishes. And William Hall, I see you just jumped in. Cheers. The link is pinned, so if anybody wants to join the chat, we're just going to be talking maybe a little bit of football tonight, definitely some bourbon, and get into hopefully some conversations you all would like to talk about.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm going to grab my new, hold on, let me do this. I'm going to grab my new Baker's Drink Glen and put my first pour in that. And as you all know, Baker's Drink goes after us at 9 o'clock. If you haven't subscribed to them, subscribe. And definitely at 9 o'clock, go check out Baker's, because Troy and Laura are awesome. And everybody should check them out. And I spilled some of my alcohol, so I'm cut off.
I haven't forgot about you, Sugar Kitty. I'm just slow as hell.
Yes, and Sugar Kitty, you have a package getting ready to go out, and I received your package yesterday. Amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Which redwood is that? That would be, I am still soloed, so that works out perfect. That is the Screaming Titan. It's the weeded.
Cool.
Let me unsolo myself, because I'm not that pretty.
I believe Alabama and Western Kentucky University, or I think they're supposed to play at 7, I think tonight, or 6. I don't know. I don't know. I don't follow the football stuff much. So,
William Hall, it's not bad that you recognize the back label, because it's a catchy back label. It's not only a good weeder, but it's catchy. And Stacy, I am getting ready to watch the Michigan game. Now, with that being said, don't boo me yet. Don't boo me yet.
She booed me. Go Bama.
So I am not a diehard Michigan fan. And for all the Michigan viewers that watch this, you can unsubscribe. That's okay. I don't like Michigan University that much. I will root for them. I will root for Michigan because they are a hometown team.
Right.
Now, if it comes to Michigan versus Michigan State, I will root for State to kick Michigan's ass every single time. Simply because I think Michigan is just very pompous. I think they believe that their shit doesn't stink. And I don't think they're as good as they are. So with that being said, all the Michigan people, it was nice knowing you. Thanks for subscribing. I will see you on other channels. But just being honest, we paid enough this year to beat Michigan. And you know, Peter White, I can't argue with you. They've really tanked, but they've beat Michigan, so that's good. But I'm hoping this year State pulls it together. They had a lot of coaching issues last year, which, I mean, so did Michigan. I mean, they had Harbaugh. Enough said there. But hopefully State can turn it around this year and at least be a contender. That's my hopes.
I think I already drank the Still Austin, and yes, it was good. I don't know if I had the Friday at Fred's yet. I'll have to go back there and sort through my my mound of samples. But so I guess what I'm gonna do, like, while we're sitting here talking and stuff. So, you know, if anybody's seen my video of me roasting some chips or charring, excuse me, charring some chips and then putting just some regular toasted chips in Wild Turkey 101. It's been 12 days, 12 or yeah, I think 12 days. I'm just gonna go ahead and I can't hold out any longer. So I'm gonna. Judy's put it in a blind for me. I'm just gonna see if I can pick out the regular Wild Turkey 101. I'm probably not going to be able to, but I think before I get started that I will be able to pick out the syrup or maple. What was it, maple and bourbon barrel chips that Mr. Rick Moreland sent me. Ooh.
And I agree, Stacy. Wood chips and 101. I hope he comes back and says this was a good idea, because I do think that would be interesting. Because even though 101 is a low tier shelfer, I still think it's one of the top bourbons out there. So if that can enhance it and make it even better, that's a win.
I'm definitely probably not going to be able to pick out anything with my nose, because I really think COVID destroyed my nose, my sense of smell.
So Rusty, since you're doing that, how would you like it if, hold on, I got to make sure I got the right channel on. Yes, I am next to the TV. And yes, I am waiting for football to come on. So here's what I did. 1 second, don't look at my ass. Good. This setup sucks, because if I don't pull my wedgie when I get up, it looks like Pac-Man's eating dinner. So what I did, and I may not strain them tonight, but I may try them. I sort of did what Rusty's doing, but to try it out, I used vodka. Just to see. So this bottle has dark chocolate, coffee bean, cocoa bean, and cinnamon in it. And this was vodka.
Nice.
So it's been aging. You can kind of see,
yeah,
the little slivers in there. And then this one, it's an American Sweetheart Oak. Not sure what that is. That's just what was on the label. Coffee bean and cocoa bean. They've been in there almost a month and a half now. And I haven't strained them or anything, but I may pour one tonight just to see how it is.
All right, so the first one here, I'm getting like a floral, and a semi-sweet taste. I can't really nail it down. I don't think. I want to say honey, but not really. I don't know.
Troy, we talked football for like, I think it was 45 seconds. I went off about how bad Michigan sucks and how much I like Michigan State. And I talked about how
Bama's gonna, take it all this year. I'm saying, I'm putting it out right now. I mean, they just are. Whatever.
And Stacy came in talking crap about how good Ohio is and how they paid a whole lot of money for Ohio to actually win, and how they paid a whole lot of money to try to beat Michigan. So, I mean, there was football talk. I mean, we've been going 13 minutes, and at least a minute and 40 seconds of it was football.
There you go.
And I displayed the new Baker Drinks, Glenn, so people can come to your channel and order it.
All right. Yeah. So the first one I'm going to say is one of them that is finished. It ain't got a, so I got A, B, C, and D, and then I didn't have a E glass. Judy, my lovely drink assistant, etched the, all right, well, you got to get over here in the camera. And of course, you're not going to be able to see it. Anyway, it's etched in there. She etched letters in my sample glasses, but they got to get past Auburn. Yeah, whatever.
So what are your thoughts, Rusty?
Damn it. I'm gonna guess I'm guessing. So my first one was no letter. I'm gonna say A and no letter. They've got the same, almost the same palette. It's got that floral, got kind of floral note to it. Interestingly, the one, so I made sure that every bottle had the exact same amount in it, a jar, and I guess one jar evaporated. I guess the seal wasn't the greatest on it because it was just a little bit lower than all the rest of them. So I'm guessing some of it escaped somehow. Huh. Let me cleanse my palate and
There you go.
Look at there, Rick. What's up, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Oh, what's happening, man? Yeah, I hear you, Rick. Hey, I sat right there where that man's sitting and got to see all the freaking whiskey and instruments and everything in there. It's pretty cool.
William, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna stay on mute for a second until the dogs get done doing what they're doing.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So, Rusty.
Yeah.
Was the man cave as beautiful and as exciting as everybody thinks it is?
Oh, it absolutely is. There's stuff everywhere, man. He's got pictures and stickers and bottles and guitars and recording equipment and, you know, nice big comfy couch and a coffee table with all kinds of bottles and picks and just pretty cool.
Nice. One day I will make it there. Hopefully, if I'm invited. I don't even know if I'm invited, but
You're invited, but I can't count how many more days I got. So every day I get up and put 2 feet on the floor, I thank God.
well, you know,
There you go.
and I'm going to look at the camera when I say this because I'm trying to multitask. You have a lot more days than you realize. So we're not going to talk about counting down days. We're going to talk about counting up days.
There you go.
All right. So
Okay.
we're going to put a positive spin on that. So we have plenty of time to see each other.
Okay, so B was a little different. It didn't have that same floral note as no letter and A. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to hold B off. For right now, I'm going to say B is regular 101. I don't know. We'll see. Let me cleanse, and then we'll try C. And thanks again to my lovely, lovely drink assistant for doing this for me.
You guys didn't see backstage. I got to see Judy handing Rusty this mountain
Yeah.
of Glens. And let me tell you this, for as hard as Judy hits Rusty with that yardstick, her hand is very beautiful. It does not look calloused at all.
Again, I don't know what that's a different note. I wish I was better at this shit. Bourbon and balls. Cheers, buddy. Dave. Z-Man, cheers.
So, Rick, while Rusty's tasting that, do you have anything else brewing as far as aging stuff? What's your current concoction?
Current one is Quitchy Bitchin' right here.
Quit you bitching.
Did you say quit your bitching?
Yeah.
Quit your bitching. Drank the dang whiskey. Quit your bitching.
Nice. What proof is that?
110.
110. That's good proof.
May I just say too, William Hall, it's good to put a face with the name. My mother's maiden name was Hall.
Okay.
Don't mean that we are kin, but just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
You never know. We come from the north of England, Scotland border. Came over through Pennsylvania and then into Indiana.
I have actually not tracked my Hall side of it. The Moreland side of my last name, I've tracked that. We came over on 3 ships into, I think, North Fork Bay. Huh? Yeah, we came in like North Carolina, the Virginia area or something.
I tracked
we were
mine back
from the land of Moore in England, and then moved to Ireland.
Okay. Yeah, I tracked mine back to like 1400.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm getting a barrel, a char note on C.
Rusty, it's so close to Thanksgiving, man. You might should put a little cranberry in there with that turkey.
Right. I thought I'd be able to pick out the maple, and unless this is it, I ain't tasted it yet. This is D.
You didn't pack enough wood in there, man.
I didn't want to overdo it, and I don't know.
Judy said that too. That he never puts in enough wood.
Never put enough wood. Yeah, that's my whatever.
Z-Man, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. How you doing, huh?
Good. So, who is your favorite college football team?
University of Arizona.
All right, just checking. How do you think they're going to do this year?
I don't know. I just watch them play, and I don't really care. You know, I was born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. So,
gotcha. Rick and William, you guys got a favorite college team?
I don't.
I hate to say it, but it's Alabama, and that's only because I live and went to IU, and we have never had a football team worth a shit.
So then why pick somebody like Alabama?
My wife actually lived in Alabama, so she's got family down there too. So that's just kind of the go-to. And but no, I went to IU. We've never had a football team. Basketball, that's a whole different story.
yep, same thing here.
But
you guys always made it to the playoffs, and there were 97 national champs.
All right.
the only reason we ever went to an IU football game was to drink. That was pit. That was it.
A good time, huh?
Cheers, Dave, all the same. Sugar Kitty, Bourbon and Balls, Mr. Mom.
So I'm excited for college football to start because that means that the NFL is right around the corner. And
Who's your
watching the
college?
Lions this year in preseason, I mean, they've been doing pretty good. So let's see if the Lions can hold up and be contenders again this year.
Who's your college team?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So, obviously, I vote for Michigan and Michigan State. How
Wow.
can I do that? Because they're Michigan teams. But if it
Right.
comes down to Michigan or Michigan State, I will always pick State over Michigan.
Wow.
100%.
Wow.
I want to stay loyal to our teams, but when there's a line in the sand, I'm going to go with Michigan State. And I said it a little bit earlier. Michigan just has a chip, and they need to get it, knocked off once in a while, because sometimes I think they're not as good as they think they are. And I think, honestly, sometimes Michigan gets wins because they're Michigan, not because they're good, but because they're intimidating.
Yeah.
But when there's a line in the sand, I'm picking State. Peter White, you are right. I'm going to give you this one because generally the Lions do well in preseason. Years past, they'll go undefeated in preseason and then drop 16 games. So I'm with you on that. But I am hoping and having excitement for this year that they can at least perform like they did last year. Now, I don't think Golf is going to be their quarterback to get them there. He's good, but I just don't think he's good enough. I think they need a better quarterback. I think the team that they're building around him is solid in 80% of the positions, but they've still got work to do.
But the money that they're paying these players now.
Yeah.
Like they did the wide receiver for the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, $34 million a year with a $69 million signing bonus. I'm like, how do you compete with that? And that's, I think, over 4 years.
That's about what I make.
Yeah,
Damn.
no shit. Huh? And the next one the Cowboys need to get is Dak. And I only say the Cowboys because I got too many friends that are Cowboy fans, and they're all. One person told me, "Yeah, they're worth it," and then others are saying there's no player that's worth $34 million. No player.
Well, and Dave seems to think that the Bears are going to be better this year, and I kind of have to agree with him. They had a pretty tough year last year, but I think they have better building blocks to be a better team this year. And I truly think the Bears, more than the Packers, will be spoilers this year in the division. So maybe Detroit's not going to be as good.
I have a sister-in-law that's a franchise owner in Green Bay, and she would argue that. God, she loves her Packers. And what's bad is when I go to Northern Illinois, if the game's being played at home, I have to drive into Wisconsin to watch a fucking game.
Yeah.
They won't play it local. I'm like, really? I don't know what the hell I went. I think it was Buffalo Wild Wings. We ordered drinks and had drinks, and like, shit, we need to go to the fucking next restaurant because they're not going to play that game here. And sister was already dressed up in her Packer jersey. She's ready to roll. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
So yeah, we got Colts. So
yeah.
And since Manning left, it's just been like whatever.
I'm a Dolphins
Bourbon
fan.
Ball says that he thinks it's going to be a Lions versus Bengals Super Bowl. That would be shocking and almost exciting at the same time. And the reason I say that is because it wouldn't be, not that the Lions can't beat the Chiefs, but I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So it would be nice to see somebody else other than the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. The Bengals haven't been there for a while, and I think that would be a really good game. I think it would be a shootout. I don't think it would be a blowout.
I agree.
Blue Note Honey Rye Cask. That sounds like a great bottle.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna I'm gonna attempt to pick out my stuff here, and it's probably wrong, but whatever. I never said I was an expert. All right, here are my guesses. I'm gonna say no letter and A are the French oak because one was just toasted, the other one I charred, and I think no letter. I think no letter is the charred because it appears to be slightly darker. I think B is just regular Wild Turkey 101. I think C is the Mizunara oak, and I think D is the maple, and whatever. Judy, 2 wrong, huh? Well,
So
shit.
she poured you the blind. She poured you the blind.
She poured the blind up and have got it wrote down in there. I got 2 out of 5. Fuck,
And Rusty, just in case Z-Man didn't know, Z-Man, these are it's a blind of bourbons that Rusty added wood chips to. So it's not just a blind of just standard bourbon. He went through and added different wood chips to different things to see how they would change it. So that's what he's blinding.
So does that qualify as a triple blind?
I don't know, man. That'd be too hard to fucking figure out.
Maybe. Yeah.
Was your light char French oak?
A was a light char French oak. Okay. Huh.
Your no labeled blank cup?
Yeah.
Was the maple.
Really? Well,
Try it again.
But I got all the rest of them right?
No.
You said I had 2 wrong. That means the rest of them's right.
No.
They're all
Said
wrong.
you had 2 right.
No, he had 2 wrong. He said one was. He said
I called them all out.
He thought the first 2 were French oak. One was charred and one was light.
Yeah, but it's not. Okay.
The blank one is not the dark char.
Whatever. Just tell me what they are. I ain't. D is what?
Medium roast French oak.
Well, shit. Okay. C.
Mizunara. Medium roast.
I got that one right.
Yes.
Okay.
So which one is the turkey?
B was the standard turkey.
I got that one right. Thank you. So I got 2 right and the other 3 wrong. Whatever.
I think she said you got 3 right and only 2 wrong.
No.
Well, light char.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the dark char.
Okay.
You had the light char right,
Okay.
the standard right,
All right.
and the Mizunara. One of the Mizunaras.
Whatever. All right. You made this more confusing than it should have been, but thank you for doing that. And I'm glad. Look, I'll take 3 right. Hell yeah.
And what do you like best? Which one you like best?
Yeah.
Go through them again and tell us which one you like best.
Yeah.
So I've got a 3-liter barrel going in the garage right now.
Nice.
And I started off that 3-liter barrel with 3/5 of Benchmark Foolproof and a fifth of Buffalo Trace. And then in the second barrel, I put in Martell Blue Swift Cognac, and I let that go for about a month. The barrel in the garage went for 2 months, and then I switched them. So I dumped the Martell and put the Martell or the mix in with the cognac finish. So that's been going for about a month, 5 weeks now. So I'm curious to see how that comes out. And that was in a number 3 charred 3-liter barrel.
So I've got to ask you, are you testing it every day? Are you sampling it at least once a week?
Not once a week, maybe once every couple weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Because those small barrels, I did a barrel before, and man, I'm telling you what, they will get crazy on you fast if you don't keep up on it.
It's got a lot of
Yeah.
I'm thinking that at this point, I'm going to let it go for another week. I tried it last week. And then I'm going to put in an Elijah Craig, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put in a 94 or if I'm going to actually go with like a barrel proof. But I'm going to dump some Elijah Craig in there and sweeten it up. Let it go for
Go with
maybe
the
another
barrel
couple
proof.
weeks.
I'd go with the barrel proof. And what's your proof now? Do you know?
I haven't calculated it because I can't get a good read on how much I've lost.
Well, you know, you can get the proof things relatively cheap, the hygrometers.
Yeah, I've thought about that.
I looked
that's
at
the
them
best
and
thing to do.
they were cheap, like $19. Get you the
I need some graduated cylinders too, so I can start measuring stuff when I'm putting it in my Infinity bottle.
You saw my barrel. That's a 3-liter barrel I held up a minute ago.
I know 3 months is a long time to go in a 3-liter barrel because it ages quick. So, but my garage stays at about a constant 78, 79 degrees. So I don't think I'm getting some, but I'm not getting a lot. It's not getting super hot out there.
Yeah, you need it maybe up in the attic or something. It needs to be getting hot, and the humidity needs to be below. It needs to be in the 50s, at least below 60. If it goes above 60, you'll start losing alcohol content out of it.
Oh, I know I'm losing
Humidity.
alcohol. I'm losing
Yeah.
everything out of that.
Oh yeah, well I did in mine too. I had to keep extra that to keep topping it off.
I was hoping it would get hotter out there, and then I could just throw it in the fridge and let it sit in there for a couple weeks. Cool it down hard, bring it down to about 45, 50 degrees, and then take it out and throw it back out in the heat. But my garage isn't getting hot enough to do that.
Yeah,
So.
well, I did that with mine. I mean, I've had mine where the problem is we hadn't had any rain here for almost a month now, and that's kind of hurt it at this point as far as the humidity side of it. But I've been having over 100 degrees where I'm keeping mine. So I did cycle it in the fridge a couple of times. Not every night, but a few times I did, put it in the fridge overnight.
Well, we're getting the heat and we're getting the rain, and I'm also rotating the barrel to keep the wood soaked. I don't want it to dry out at the top, right? So I'm rotating the barrel.
So can I ask this? I know Texas has really high heat, but do they have that high humidity?
I think it depends on where you're at in the state. I think the southern part of the state has lower humidity, and the northern-ish part has a higher.
The high heat and the low humidity is what's going to bring your proof up.
Yeah.
Right. But where I was going with that is, like Garrison Brothers. I don't know how many people know this, but Garrison Brothers actually store their barrels in metal shipping containers. So as hot as it is outside, it gets even hotter inside those containers. It's just nature. As the metal gets hot, it puts off more heat.
Right.
So my question on the humidity is, does the humidity inside of those containers go up? Because I know in Michigan, we've got 70, 80, 90% humidity that just gets crazy. I mean, it could be 86 out, but feel like 99 because of the humidity. And,
if I was going to do that inside a container, I would put barrels of water in there to drive that humidity up.
Yeah,
I don't know if they do that or not, but kind of like boil it on the stove and bring your humidity up
Well, I know besides of what bourbon I'm getting or whiskey I'm getting back out of my barrel, when I open the door on that portable building, it smells like a daggum rick house, and I like it.
Yeah, it does.
And here's one more question I have. When I learned that and I was thinking about it, and obviously they've got to have some type of vent holes, but isn't there a flash point to that alcohol at some point?
No.
You can burn it if it's over 120% or 120 proof. You can light it on fire.
No, I thought it was over 150.
Okay, 150. So what's it going to the barrel at?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If they put it in and it evaporates out and the proof goes up, they might be. I don't know.
I know I had a couple of bottles blow the cork out of them in my shed. As a matter of fact, I've got one cork over I have not found yet.
All right, I gotta say, and I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm gonna get more. C, the Mizunara Oak, is my favorite. It seems to have really sweetened it up. My second is the bourbon, uh, the bourbon and maple chips that you gave me. I guess third is let me taste the French oak again.
And bourbon and balls.
There
I
you
don't
go.
agree with you. Still Austin, fantastic pour. I love it. I've got the May Nancy pick, and I have what we can get here in Michigan. So I can't argue with still Austin being some of the best Texas whiskey. I'm also a fan of, like I said, Garrison Brothers, Belconis, and Iron Root.
Iron Root, definitely.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good whiskeys coming out of Texas. A lot of good whiskeys.
I like Milam Green, but I think they're using mostly MGP, but they're still doing some good stuff.
And I'm sorry, Rebecca Creek too. I've got Rebecca Creek in there. So yeah, I mean, still Austin, fantastic. Love it. Keep it on the shelf all the time. For me, just that Texas profile. And it depends. It depends. Some nights I'm just in a mellow mood. I really don't want to get my butt handed to me. But then there's some nights that I just want to go to Iron Root or Garrison Brothers and get that oaky, kick you in the teeth Texas funk to just be enjoyable. So,
Right.
yeah, I agree with you. That was a long way of saying I agree with you. Rusty, how did the wild turkey come out?
Okay. So I have to agree with Troy. The regular Wild Turkey 101 is not as good as any of the other ones that I put the oak in. The Mizunara wins, followed by the it said bourbon and maple wood chips.
Yeah,
And
bourbon
then
and maple infused oak wood chips.
See?
this is C.
Yeah.
This is the Mizunara. Yeah, it's still got some in there.
Let me grab that bag and I'll hold it up so everybody can see what you used there.
Yeah.
This is your
We got a local beekeeper down here. I want to go get some of their honey barrels.
the blank
Yeah.
one. That's the blank one.
There's a lot of distilleries coming out with honey barrel finished bourbon. There's a distillery here right in Detroit. It's called Detroit City Distillery. And what they do is you've got Detroit City Distillery, and then you've got a company called Bees in the D. And once a year, they put out a release to where they dump their bourbon into honey barrels and finish it, like that. And every time I've had it, it's pretty good. I really enjoy so far all the honey finished that I've had. I enjoy it.
I don't think you need much in a honey barrel. I mean, it'll pick up that sweetness pretty quick.
Yeah.
But kind of like
Randy, you
Amberana.
wanna follow me?
So bourbon and balls. I have not had the honeydew, and I have been passing on the honeydew because of what you just said. That's what I've heard from quite a few people.
Yeah.
But the small batch, I really enjoy the small batch. The single barrel, I don't know if I just got a good single barrel or not, but the single barrel that I have, I really, really enjoy it. I actually just did a video comparing the small batch to the single barrel. And very similar, but the single barrel has a little bit more pronounced tastes and smells. Came out just ahead. They're pricey, but if you can try the Belmore or the Guadalupe, those are really good. So don't judge your Garrison experience off the honeydew.
My
Please.
big problem with Harrison Brothers is the fact that their price points. Their price points are just crazy high.
It is crazy high. And that's a problem that I had getting into Garrison Brothers. But for me, I like the characteristics. I like the punch that it gives you. I was getting off of both yesterday. I was getting like chocolate cake. I was getting dark brown sugars, semi-sweet chocolate, vanilla. You get oak. If you're not an oak person, you do not want to do or try Garrison Brothers. But if you like oak and not an over tanned oak, but just that oak taste, because there's a difference. You can over oak something and then get some really nasty tannins off of it. That's not this. Everything blends in so well.
That tastes like
that,
oak right there.
for me, it's good.
And that's
Now,
a good point in the chat there. You know, I mean, when you're talking 180 to 250 a bottle, and you can get Rebecca Creek for $60.
But you can't. Rebecca Creek's gone.
Well, it's gone now, but I mean, you know, there's other bottles out there that you can get three,
for sure.
4, 5
For sure.
bottles.
For sure. Now, Garrison Brothers for me is not a everyday pour. It's been an experience to purchase the bottles that I've purchased. I never paid over MSRP for them. They were bottles that I wanted to try. Now, are there other everyday pours that I go to before Garrison Brothers? Yes, for sure. But there's those days where I just come home and I just want that. I want that taste. I want those characteristics. I want that kick in the teeth. And those are the bottles I reach for. So for me, are they what I would call a specialty pour? Yes, because I don't reach for them every day because of the price point. But when I've gone to them, they have been very good and they've been consistent no matter where at in the bottle. Sorry, my Garrison Brothers commercial's done.
You're really pushing for that endorsement. I can feel it.
Follow me and I'll show you these bags that Rusty used.
All right.
All right, here's the maple infused. I don't know if you can read it or not. And then the French oak.
Your light's blurring it out, Rick.
Yeah, the light's washing it out. But yeah, and in my video I mistakenly said that I had bought the non-charred French oak, and no, Rick gave it to me. So, but he also gave me that too. So, but you know what? I can't, no surprise. I can't tell a damn difference between the charred and the just roasted and just regular roasted. I don't.
I'm going to ask an important question. Rick, what's that amp you got right there to your left?
Oh, you haven't seen the layout in there, have you?
That's I build them. I build these.
Is that a tube amp?
Yes, sure is. I'm trying to put let me put a light on the camera.
So William, a couple weeks ago on this show and a couple other shows, Rick was generous enough to do a walk around and show us his man cave. And with the amount of guitars and drums and recording equipment, American flags, bourbon, aging bourbon, it was a true delight to see such a man cave.
I'm telling you, it's freaking awesome.
All right, that's showing up better now, correct?
Yes.
Yep, Frank.
Yep.
And on this French oak, me and Rusty got in a knife fight, so there's little blood stains on this one.
Yeah.
I think a little rusty water may have got on it where I was keeping it, but anyway. It sounded good. But yeah, William, it's all tube, all hand point to point. It's 2 6L6s. Preamp is EF86, and then it also has a Fender like Tweed Deluxe channel in it also.
Okay.
running 2 10s, 2 Eminence 10s. One's a Raging Cajun, and the other one's a Little Buddy. Little Buddy is a cannabis cone.
Okay.
So I want to ask Dave a question real quick. So Dave, you had mentioned that you're a big fan of the Fox and Odin Double Oak. So is it good? I have been passing on Fox and Odin because I just feel like I don't know. I don't know enough about it. And I feel like maybe they're one of those gimmicky products. But if you're saying the Double Oak is good, then I will drop the cash on it and try one because I've really just been passing on them for no reason.
I think I seen it one time and and it was not familiar. I had not heard anybody talk about it, but I can't say that I remember seeing it. Rick, Sugar Kitty says, turn off that blue or whatever strip light that's close to the camera. It is kind of bright.
I don't know which one it is.
The one on your left.
All right, Josh, and what's the price point for the Double Oak?
No, not up there. Or well, maybe it's all one. Maybe it's all one, I guess.
No, it's 2 different ones.
Oh, okay. There you go. That got it.
I could
Okay,
try a different
99 is not bad. So I'm going to ask this. The Oak and Eden Double Oak at $99, is it that much better than Woodford Double Oak at, say, $59, $60?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
I disagree.
Nope.
There you go.
You disagree with what? I didn't hear.
That is, it is better than the Woodford.
It is better than the Woodford?
I liked it better.
Okay.
Honestly, I liked it better.
Not everybody. Yeah. Everybody's
No,
different.
well, for me, it's the fucking price. You know, come on.
Well,
Now, there are some picks of the Woodford Double Oak that are good, single barrels, but just the standard shelfer.
Yeah, you know, and I have a store that has a store pick, and the store pick is $60. It's good,
Mhm.
but I was compared to something I bought at the store. Now, I think the store pick.
So what is the proof point on that Oak and Eden Double Oak?
oh my God, I'm all confused now.
The
Fox-
Oak and Eden,
Or Fox and Oak? Whatever we're talking about.
well, I had a spiral one. And it was
It's
I
too
need to
much.
go back up there, Chad. I think I confused. Fox and Eden. Odin. Okay. 99 proof.
Okay.
Not Oak and Eden, not the spiral crap. The Fox
Right.
and Odin.
Okay.
So Fox and
okay,
Odin.
all right. So that's different then. Yeah.
99 proof for $99?
All right. I don't know what that is then.
Hmm.
Am I correct on that? It's 99 proof and $99. And it is or isn't better than Woodford Reserve Double Oak.
Never had it.
Dave likes it better than Peerless.
Right.
Okay.
This is Josh. So there
And
you
Josh says it is better. Then I will try it.
The Fox and
But-
Odin is actually it's a really good bottle. The Oak and Eden, that's your gimmick right there. Put the spirals in the bottle. That stuff is, especially after you get about halfway through the bottle, that spiral just takes over, and it's just, oh my God, it's
go.
drain
Yeah.
for.
Okay.
I got a store pick of it, and it's like, and I did it to get 2 other bottles cheap. So, but I think
Now,
it's
for
like-
a little bit of a rant. Oh,
It's like any other pick, right? I mean, somebody's doing the pick, and that bottle tasted good to them, but that's what they
Yeah.
were presenting, right? So,
oh yeah.
My the Facebook group that I'm part of, they've done several picks. I got they did the single barrel proof Jack. It's really, really freaking good. I bought 2 bottles. They've just come out with a Woodford Reserve Double Oak pick that they're all freaking talking about, and it's like $66. I just I haven't got it yet because, well, I'm broke and
Too far to damn drive.
it's too damn far to, yeah, I got to drive all the way down to Columbus to get it. But one thing I do want to mention, if y'all like hot sauce, I want to throw out Samsa House, SAM, SA House, hot sauce. If you like hot sauce, go check them out. Go buy some. My absolute favorite from them. They've got a smoked jalapeno pepper, and it's not like really spicy, but the flavor is freaking amazing. Amazing. I'm telling you, I've put it on eggs. I've put it on hamburgers. It's so freaking good.
Mm.
But yeah, smoked jalapeno, Samsa House. Yeah, check it out.
Here's a crazy idea I have about like last night there was a lot of talk about the Russell's 15 and what it costs. We need to boycott this high priced bourbon, I believe, because if they're gonna put such high price tags on it, they need to put a sample bottle on every bottle they ship so that when you go in the store you can see if it's worth buying.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
with
put
that,
a half ounce attached to it that everybody can try before you buy.
but then you have people like me going in there and trying everything. So I'm going to tell you my favorite double oak now because I've had it and it's good. The Garrison Brothers, we're going to get back on this kick. Belmore, that is their double oak version, and it is 115 proof, and it has become one of my favorite double oaks. So I am going to get the Fox and Odin double oak, which comes in at $99. This one comes in at about $150, and see which one I like best. If I can save $50, maybe I won't replace that one.
There you go.
If it's good but not as good as this, then
See, that's what I like about my local, right? So I went up and did a taste test, right? They had 2 barrel picks of the Elijah Craig, and this is the one I chose. And this is a freaking good bottle. I mean, honestly, I'd put this up against ECVP 524 all day long, and it's only an 8-year. But all their barrel picks, they give samples for free. You can go up and try them, see if you want to drop the $100 or whatever it is. But this is a killer bottle. I bought this today.
nice. Hold on, let me solo you.
I missed
was
it.
typing.
Yeah, which one is it? Private barrel.
It's the local, the Elite Liquors local pick.
Yeah, what proof?
So it's 126, 126.3.
Nice.
8-year. And it's caramel bomb. I mean, it's caramel and vanilla all day long. It's just, it's a great bottle.
The store single barrel select I had, the store pick, it was 134.5, I believe it was. And it was just, it just had a lot of burn to it.
This one is just caramel and vanilla all day long, and the finish is freaking fantastic. And I was like, and the B524, this would take out the B5. I'm not sure about the C923. I'm still, or even the C524 or the C523. Last year's May release is still my favorite, but this one is really close. It's really close.
So Will, I'm gonna agree with you on something. I picked up this store pick of the Elijah Craig. It's a 9-year barrel proof, and the nice thing about this was they didn't up the price. They sold it for pretty much the standard price for either the A, B, or C, and it is 63.75% alcohol, so it comes in at 127.5.
Yep.
I bought this a few months ago, and it also has been more enjoyable than the other ones. So I've drank more out of this store pick than I have the other ones, even though I like the B524. I did not like the A124.
No.
The C923 I really, really enjoyed. And the B523, I believe I also have. I like those. But that store pick, which comes from a store around here called Discount Drinks, that I get 90% of my store picks from, because I trust them so much, and every store pick I've had from them has been on point, and that's the same. It's just like you.
I was so happy with that bottle, and I know I'm kind of in the minority because I like the B523 better than the C923. I think a lot of people kind of gravitated towards C923, but I really like the B523 better. But this one, to me, just and being a single barrel, so
Yeah. And see,
Now
I'm kind of on the fence with Elijah Craig. I don't like what they're doing. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, so far the last couple of years, their A batch has been good. Their B batch has been better. And then their C batch, for whatever reason, has just been out of this world. But yet they're charging the same prices for blah, a little better blah, and then outrageous. So I'm having a hard time with continuing to buy their barrel strengths because they've been so hit and miss. Now, Larceny, weeded bourbon, it's different, but I feel like they've been more consistent with their batches between their A, B, and C batch. And in a lot of cases, I would put this store pick up against any Elijah Craig A and B batch, and I would almost feel confident that it would come out ahead, probably the same as yours.
I got to be honest with you. I'm not a big Larceny. I'm take that back. Larceny last year gained my attention, and that was the first. And so beyond like the 520, what they call it, the 523, the 623, whatever it was.
Yeah, 520.
I didn't really pay much attention to Larceny, and that was the first one that really just kind of drug me in. And I've been picking them up since. Now I'm still missing the 524. I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't seen it, but going towards that heavier weeder, yes, I would agree. I like the Larceny because it in retail price here it's about $10, maybe $20 less than the Elijah Craig. Elijah Craig's here run about $89, and that one runs usually about $69. And it's a solid pick. I mean, it really is. It's a solid bottle. The consistency, yes, I would agree with that on the 4 that I've had, but I can't go past that. So I've got kind of a limited scope. I can't really say that that's, I don't go past, 23. So anybody that's had like 519 or 520, 21, 22, they might have more of a broad experience than I can give to that.
I'm an outlier here on the Larceny barrel proof stuff. I tried Larceny, just the regular stuff, and the regular proof was at 94, I think, or something, and I really liked it. And it just seemed like the higher strength stuff was just all fire. It just all drank too hot and just completely killed any taste for me. Now I know a lot of people there are just, but I bought the 524. I still got it back there, and it just, maybe I need to go back and visit it, but it was just straight fire. I mean, it was just hot. That's all I freaking got off of it. Yeah. But
see, and I've seen different reviews where some people say it's a spicy bugger. It's hot, but then I've seen other ones that kind of reach with my palate. I thought it was a really sweet weeder. It did have some spice. It did have some heat, but I never felt like it was so hot that it overwhelmed it. I got more of the sweetness off mine.
Yeah. I'm convinced of this, and I really do. What did you use to warm up to get to that, because you're not going to start off with that, right? I mean,
Right. Okay.
so where's your proof pour? Where are you going to start? And then what did you have to eat before that?
Right.
And
Yeah.
every day I go through that because I'm thinking, oh, I want this. And then I drink it and it's like, oh, that tastes like shit. But it's because, maybe I didn't warm up properly, or I didn't bring myself up, and I had jalapenos for dinner. It's like, whatever,
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
so then I switch gears. And so it's very subjective. I mean, still,
Yeah.
and you got guys like Minnick and those guys that go after, oh, this is the best pour of 2024. Well, okay, maybe it was that day. I would like to see people do consistent reviews over maybe a month or two and say, yes, this is a really good pour, but kind of average it out, right? Not just because that day it hit your palate and it hit it really well. I mean, every day is different. Delaney, even you said, sometimes you want to come home and you want a Garrison Brothers. Boom. There it is. But there's other days you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, maybe you're not in that wheelhouse where you're ready to go to that kind of oak or that kind of tannic or whatever. But, it needs to be kind of more of an average.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
some days I come home, you know what? I don't want a high proofer. I don't want a medium proofer. Some days I come home and I just reach for like an 80 or 90 proof because I just want to have a mellow drink.
Yeah.
I want to sit and relax and enjoy it.
And just like the Rich and Rare Reserve will do for you. That's a mellow 80 proof. That's what I mean. There it is. There it is. Yes.
Hold on. We better do this. I think besides Troy from Baker Drinks, you're the only one that's bought that.
Yes.
And Rusty, I have to say, I can't afford Rich and Rare.
What? You can't afford it. What was that bottle, William? About $17.99?
Exactly $17.99.
Yep.
my problem would be bending over and picking it up.
Yeah.
It's
Whatever.
on the second
You know
shelf.
what's funny? I actually had to
Second
ask for that. I had to ask for that, and they had to bring it out of the back room.
Are you
Oh.
serious? Oh my god!
I wanted to get back on Canadian Chris. I saw your post about the A123 on Elijah Craig. I have all three from last year, and I like the 123. Okay, the B523 to me had like a really bright, stringent note in the middle palate, but I noticed that it has mellowed out now that I've had it for a year or over a year. A C923, hit my palate a whole lot better last year. So far this year, I have none. I have not purchased any of them. But and then what Dave said about the higher proof, putting it over an ice ball, that's good. That's a good point there too.
If it's my first drink, I have no problem putting it over ice. But if it's later in the day, then no, I'm going to drink it straight. But I usually start. I hate to say this, I don't want to sound like a tater, but Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, maybe at the high end, some Wild Turkey 101. That's kind of where I start, and then after that, it just kind of progresses. But
yeah.
Well, now the trick for drinking your whiskey over ice is get your whiskey cold. That way, when you pour it over the ice, you don't water it down as fast.
There you go.
So, and Rusty, I want to add one thing.
Yeah.
When you tried the larceny, kind of talking about what everybody else is saying, it depends on what you ate that day, what you drank before then. Now, I've noticed, and maybe everybody else has too, if I go to a weeder, but I drank a bourbon before I go to that weeder tastes so much different.
Yes.
Than if I started with a weeder and then went to a weeder. I found that when I go from bourbon to wheat, the wheat tastes almost sour and sharp. You don't get the sweetness off the wheat. But like when I started off the night with this Redwood Empire, it's just delicious. It's really good. Now I feel like if I would have started off with a Wild Turkey and then went to the Redwood, I don't think the Redwood would have tasted as good.
Yeah.
Going that way. You know what I'm saying?
I've never even seen the Screaming Titan in all the liquor stores. I've seen a lot of the Redwood Empire stuff. I've never seen Screaming Titan ever.
It's out there. It's just normally when it's out there and gone.
Yeah. No,
What's
Sugar
the-
Kitty. There's more than two.
So I'm gonna put myself backstage for a second. I've got to get some lights turned on in here. You guys can't see it, but it's starting to get dark. And I'm gonna go see a man about a horse. Be right back. Rusty,
All right.
you're
Yep.
the man.
All right. Well, that's what the ladies tell me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be right back.
All right.
Hey, Z man, let's me and you leave too. Leave Rusty by himself. What do you think?
That's a fucking thought, man.
Yep. Whiskey Shaman. All right, hold on. We got a stick Whiskey Shaman. I got him right here. And
Fucking self.
boom. I got Whiskey Shaman's link up in there. Officially a potty break. All right, Dave, go ahead. Yeah, I got a signed bottle for Dave. I got to get that sent to him. I'm just afraid the damn marker that we used was not the greatest, and I'm afraid it's going to rub all the signatures off of it. I got to figure out. I might have to put clear tape on it or whatever to keep the signature.
About saran wrap when you ship it.
Yeah, just
There you
wrap
go.
it with plastic. I would.
Rusty, did you get my text and did you look see if you saw any American metal bourbon while you were up there in that area?
American metal? No, I did not.
It's made in Danbury. It's made by a guy that used to work with Tuttles on the choppers and all. He still does custom bikes, custom cars. And, so his custom bike shop there in Danbury actually has a distillery, I reckon, in the back.
Now, I think I've seen Hudson whiskey down here. I have never seen the American metal. I'm pretty sure I've seen Hudson.
I got a pour
down
of
here.
the Hudson whiskey rye while I was there from a little place. We had breakfast one morning. Actually, at breakfast time, I noticed they had a little bar, and I got them to give me a pour of some rye that was from Hudson Valley. It was really good.
Cheers, Whiskey Shaman. He's going live next Saturday. Stay tuned for post coming up. Yeah.
I'm working on going live before too long.
Hey man, I'll work with you and walk you through whatever you need to try to figure out.
I got to have some help.
I'll damn sure help you, buddy.
Did you send him?
I may have to send you some gas money and get you just a ride over and we'll do it together.
Yeah.
Send him
You ain't
that
got to send me no gas. What?
for that printer for Mary?
No, I
You
didn't.
were
No.
supposed to send him a link to that printer for her.
Well, send it to me and I'll send it to him somehow.
Well,
Messenger?
yeah.
Oh, we already got one of the little printers. Wife says she heard Judy saying in the background about the little printer.
Oh,
I've
she got
already
it
got one.
already. Awesome. Good job.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. We love it.
Yeah. That little.
Did you hear my critter story from a couple weeks ago?
No.
Glenn, did you need to go back and flush, man? I didn't hear the toilet flush. You need to go back and flush.
Yeah, and I don't think you washed your hands either.
Yeah.
I definitely washed my hands and I definitely flushed.
Oh well. Okay. never
Critter
mind.
story. This isn't OnlyFans.
Yeah. So I think I was on Baker Drinks with Sugar Kitty, drinking through some scotches. And it was out on the back porch. And I saw something move beyond the camera. And as I'm watching back there, I see this possum. The thing had to be this big.
Oh, come
Had to
on
be
now.
that big. It might have been really this big, but it looked like it was this big. And it's walking around the backyard. And possums, they're great to have around because they eat bugs. They take care of rodents, and they're good to have around. But they are freaking scary looking. And
They are not kind if you have chickens. They will kill the hell out of your chickens.
they don't bother my It didn't bother my chickens.
The ones around here did. They freaking killed the shit out of them. I had to go out and shoot several of them in the process of eating my chickens. So
Are
yeah,
you talking possums or raccoons?
possum.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've never had a problem with possums with the chickens. But anyways, so when I'm on the back porch, I'm like to the very left of the house towards the end of the deck. So I'm probably 10, maybe 15 feet away from our big, like 6-foot privacy fence. Well, it starts walking along that fence and it's coming towards me.
Yep.
And it gets up to the deck and it looks at me and I look at him and he looks at me and I look at him and I'm like, bro, you need to leave because someone's going down and it's not going to be me.
Yeah.
So I stomp my foot. He runs away, but then he comes back.
Oh yeah.
Scared the crap out of me. I thought he was going to try and eat my balls or something.
So no, possums are very docile unless you corner them. Also, the reason why he was walking towards you and they do not see well at all. Not at all. They're
and I had the lights on, so he was probably coming towards the light so they could see better.
Right. They do not see it. But yeah, we have one out here. I've live trapped several of them and toted them off, and we need to do it again. But I'll go out when I feed the cats on the porch, and at night I'll check, and sure enough, he'll be there eating the cat food. And the cat food has done a lot for his fur. It's all nice and shiny and fluffy. I
mean, that's good.
It does. It does.
If you smoke them, they're actually pretty good.
Yeah. There you go.
We ride around and collect the possums on the half shell.
Yeah, but it's a big paper you have to use to roll them up in, Judy said. When you smoke them. Yeah.
I have that problem when I smoke a turkey, Rusty.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Anyway, whatever. So I've been all week. I went and seen my grandmother. She's 91 in a nursing home, and the dementia and and our Alzheimer's or whatever it is, it's starting to get her. But during the day she's good. When it starts sunsetting, she starts getting a little like angry and confused. But man, I guess at 91, you're allowed to be that way. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
My wife, she says I'm already mean at 56. So when I get to 91, whatever.
Right.
So what's everybody in chat drinking? We haven't asked this question yet, I don't believe. What's everybody in chat drinking? Because I just poured my second pour. And if you guys want to see it, I will solo. It is a Michigan product called Corsets, Whips, and Whiskeys. And just the idea of whiskey with corsets and whips, it was exciting to me. So,
Easy.
And it's good. That got a little weird quick, but
TMI.
There's just some things that make you grab a bottle and
I wish I could remember what the name of the bottle was, but I stopped by the distillery when I was up there for work and I picked up a distillery only. I like the Journey whips and whiskey or corsets, but I didn't care for the the Silver Cross. I did not care for that, but they had a bottle that was distillery only, and I grabbed that, and that was really good.
I have not had a lot of the Journeyman, I have to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But when I picked this up, I think talking to Dave at one point in time, Dave said he likes it. And talking to a few other people, I think they said this was one of the better offerings that they have out of everything else. So
that distillery is actually a really cool experience for anybody up there.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's got a great location. It's got a great setting, and they've got a great vibe and feel to the place. It's really cool. It really is. And they're in southwestern Michigan.
So they are probably west of where I'm at. I don't know. There are so many Michigan distilleries that I want to hit up that I just haven't, because most of them are all on the west side, and I'm far east side. But one day I will get by there. And Canadian Chris, the Dragon's Milk Small Batch, that is a fantastic pour. And I just saw that in the next month or two, their bonded is going to be coming out. So keep an eye out for the bonded, because I enjoyed the bonded better than the small batch, and I really like the small batch.
I hit Journeyman on the way from Detroit to Chicago, and I was kind of dropping down and across over to Chicago, and just got lucky enough that I had enough time to stop in there. But yeah, it was freaking great.
Yeah,
great
Journeyman and the company that does the Dragon's Milk. Those are two I want to get to.
Oh, if you get over to Holland, Michigan. Oh yeah,
Holland, Michigan. Yes, Holland Distillery.
That's Grand Rapids area.
And the thing is, when I go up north, especially when I get like a Thursday or a Friday off, there have been many a times, instead of shooting straight north to go to the college, I've just felt like making a left-hand turn and going west and just saying, forget the cottage. I'm just going to go tour some distilleries, but that wouldn't work out very well.
Got to go to Holland when I was up there in Grand Rapids for some work, and that was a great time too. Really cool.
Independent Joe has made it into the chat. What's up, Joe?
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers, Joe.
Joseph.
Sorry I missed you last night. I was watching Mash and Metals last Friday night. Sad.
Sugar Kitty. I did not care for the Silver Cross. I don't know why, it just didn't hit me right, but the other ones were fantastic. I had no problem with them.
So just to let you guys know, everybody on the panel and in chat, in about 40 minutes, Baker Drinks will be on. So we'll end the show right around 9 o'clock, so everybody can go to Baker Drinks. I just like to put that out there.
Yep, we are the pregame. The pregame for Baker Drinks, but that may be changing. So there's some changes coming up in different lineups of different people, and we're gonna figure out where we're gonna fall. So whatever.
So what Rusty's talking about is Sean from
Mash and
Mash and Metal Whiskey Wars. He's no longer going to be going Friday nights. Ben, as of right now, is going to be taking over his spot on Friday nights. And Sean's not going to be going live for a while. But when he does, from what he said last night and what we talked about last night, he's going to be going Saturdays when he can. There's a lot of stuff going on, and right now YouTube just doesn't fit into what he has going on. But when he does go live, he's going to try and go live on Saturdays. He doesn't have a determined time yet, but we talked, and I let him know that I would work around his schedule on when he wants to go, and maybe he'll go live on weekends that I can't. Or, maybe we'll split the spot. He talked about going from like 5 to 8, which then maybe I would go 8 to 10, something like that. But yeah, some things are going to be changing. I don't know how much, because that's really going to depend. He's only talking maybe going live once a month, if that.
Yeah.
So that might be, there might be some changes. I'm still going to keep this 7 to 9 slot.
Okay.
For those that want to be here. But in the off chance that he's going to go live one weekend, I want to be respectful to him and give him part of that time so where he can go live.
And you got it. Family comes first. He's got to take care of his dad. I mean, and I know there's been a lot of a lot of taking care of that he's been doing for him, and I imagine it's kind of tough, you know.
Yep. So it shouldn't impact this channel that much, but out of respect for him, and I mean, he's like one of the OGs. You know, I wanna work with him as much as I can to give him whatever time he wants and needs. He's not taking over the slot. If it's a weekend, he's gonna go live. He's either gonna take this slot or we'll divide the slot one way or the other. Or as he put it, he only wants to do a couple hours. He doesn't want to do these 5, 6, 7 hour streams. So maybe it's something to where he's my pregame. He comes on for a couple of hours. That gives him a reason to stop. And then I come on, then Baker Drinks comes on. Or he just comes on for a few hours and then goes. So yeah, we don't know where it's going to go yet, but I'm more than willing to work around whatever he needs or whatever he wants to make things happen for him. So that's it. But once again, Ben, as of now, from Whiskey Uncensored, from what I understand, is moving to Friday from that 8:30 time slot that Sean had. And that's really the only major change. And you'll probably hear about that if you didn't hear about it last night. And then Saturdays, you know, we're going to work a few things out to where he can have some slots.
I still don't have an answer where I'm going to get my Metallica fix.
Right?
I mean, if you really want a Metallica fix, I could probably figure out how to do like a Metallica night.
Where you're not going to get dinged and shut down by YouTube?
I'm not monetized anyway, so I don't think it would matter. But at the same time, I don't want to rip off his content of what he was doing because that's really what his lives were. It was music.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, one thing you can do is, you know, not even, of course, it's hard to get people to switch platforms and stuff, but I hear people doing all kinds of stuff with music over on Rumble, and they never get freaking nailed and shut down. And I think Rumble is a good alternative, but that's just me.
But it's so hard to get people to switch.
Yeah, it is. It's very hard to get people.
I think that's kind of changing though, because even like Zuckerberg came out and started admitting what the pressure he was getting from the current administration. So I think there's going to be a lot of things change here in the next couple months. So I think everybody just needs to kind of hold tight.
I hope so, because, you know, these platforms, they've kind of been hiding behind two different things, you know, where, you know, if you're, and I don't remember exactly how it goes, but if you're a producer, or if you put a place for people to go, then you can't censor what they do. And if you're private in that and you do censor what they do, then I don't know. It's weird, but they seem to be crossing the line both ways, you know, and shutting people down when they shouldn't be.
So I want to answer this question for Mr. Mom real quick. Give me a second, because I'm trying to share Independent Joe's link. Mr. Mom, no, kind of. YouTube does not give you a scheduled time. So pretty much every channel has figured out a time block that works for them. Some channels overlap other channels, some channels don't. For me, just to kind of explain this a little bit better, when I decided to start doing lives, I looked around because I did not want to step on other channels' toes, because they've been here a lot longer than I have. They have a lot bigger following than I have, and I wanted to be respectful to them. So what I found was Saturday nights from like 6 to 9, there was not much going on Whiskey Tube wise. So when I decided to go live, I do believe I talked to Baker Drinks. I talked to a few people and said, hey, you know, this slot is what I'm looking at. You know, is this going to be good? Am I going to interfere with anybody? And really, there was no one that I was going to interfere with. So you kind of pick a slot that you want to go in. And in my case, I picked a slot that was before Baker Drinks with the intentions of kind of being their like warm-up show and then sending people to them. But at the same time, I did not want to step on other people's toes because there's channels out there that they go live 7 days a week. They don't care who's on.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be respectful to who have become friends in the community to me, who have helped me out. So no, long version, YouTube does not tell you when to go on, but you kind of work around the channels, you know, to
Now,
benefit yourself.
Whiskey Tube is really self-regulated, and you guys work it out amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
And going to what time slot, and that's what's great about it, because nobody's being forced or pushed into any time slot, but
Right.
you're trying to find that time slot that's good for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and to put it bluntly, I didn't want to be that asshole that said, you know what, I'm going to start going live at 9 o'clock on Saturdays,
exactly.
because then that's just going to piss Baker Drinks off. And really, honestly, it's probably not going to do me any good, because if I were you guys at 9 o'clock on Saturdays, I would be watching Baker Drinks and not me. I'm just saying. So,
It's a benefit to everybody, right? Because you're leading, and you're leading, or you're following, and you're kind of following along that timeline, right? So
Yeah.
it just makes sense. I mean, it's not a selfish thing or a narcissistic thing. It's just that, you know, you're going to kind of find your niche, and then you're going to kind of fall into that.
yeah,
And you're all
that's,
working together, not working against each other. And that's the thing.
yeah, and that's why I truly appreciated Sean yesterday. He called me before his show, and you know, we had a discussion, and he's like, look, hey, I need you to know, in no way am I trying to push you out of this slot. I'm not going to say everything we talked about, but we had a discussion, and you know, I'm not going to say about his life. Our discussion as far as the channel, I will share. And you know, we discussed it, and you know, I came to the conclusion that, hey, look, you know, you've helped me out so much. However, I've got to help you out. If you want to go live one Saturday and me not, cool. I'll probably be on your live. If you want to split the time, however we do it, we'll split the time. Just want to be respectful for him, because he still does have a following. He's still going to keep his following. And why be that jerk and say, no, that's my time slot, you can't have it? No, it's it's not even really my time slot, because it's YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to work with them. So that's it.
Well, that's the thing that's really cool about this community is that everybody works together. You know, we're not trying to fight each other here. It's just, you know,
No,
you do what you got to do when you got to do it, and we're gonna work around and accommodate it, and we're gonna make the best advantage of it. So
And I'm thankful that, you know, Whiskey Nature just allows me to be on here with him every week. And he's like every Saturday, he's like, you coming on? What's going on? What are you doing? Like, okay, yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, we're all just following everybody from one bar to the other. You know, it's just kind of
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, we're
we
going
are
down here.
we are a YouTube pub crawl. That's it.
That's
Thank
what
you.
we need to see.
Yes.
Yep.
So, and yeah, Mr. Mom, every weekend I'm on, you will hear us talk about Baker Drinks a couple of times. And as it gets close to 9 o'clock, you will hear us talk about Baker Drinks. Not to say that I won't go 10 or 15 minutes later, but pretty much at 8:59, when you see Rusty leave without saying goodbye, he's already on Baker Drinks.
Yeah. I Irish goodbye. I mean, that's just how it is.
Say goodbye or see the top of his hat. Either
Yep.
one.
No, neither. He's gone.
And
If you look down.
well, they said I need to sell. I'm going to start selling advertising space. Steven Scone, Whiskey Nature. You know who I'm going to right here. So that
I can't believe you haven't done that yet.
I know.
Rusty, what are you doing? Come on, man. That's free money.
Get him a sticker that says technical difficulty.
Yeah. Yep. And you're right, Sugar Kitty. Yep. 2 or 3 lives. Some, 7 or 8 once a month. Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, Steven Scone, we miss you. Wish you were here, but
Yeah, I think
work
he's
and
working.
family take precedence.
612s.
612, son of a. There you go, Mike Brock. Hey, look, buddy, you never have to drink alone. We'll we'll get you hooked up on Zoom. Shit, I'll drink with you any night, my friend.
Keeps me from leaving the house and having to drink and drive.
Yeah, and I've said that a few times. I like this community because yes, it gives me a chance to drink with people. I don't have to go to the bar, even though I spend a lot of money on alcohol. I'm going to spend a lot more money at the bar. If you get pulled over, you know, we've had this discussion. That's $10,000 right off the bat. I would prefer to stay home, you know, be with you guys, have a few drinks, and just enjoy the evening. And you know, that's why I like it so much.
Canadian Chris. All right, look, buddy, hook me up with R&R Reserve. They're not on the pick list that who is it, Sazerac or whatever,
You
whoever.
can't get a single barrel from R&R?
I would love to do that. I would freaking love to do that, but they're not on their list of ones that do it. But dude, that would be awesome.
William Hall. I just
Yep.
posted a link to a video of an amp like this one that I built a friend of mine, Monty Allums. So if you're interested, copy that link.
Are you in the private?
Where'd you do that at?
No, it's on regular comments.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I'm not
Might
seeing
be
it.
easier to put it.
There it is. It's just above Stephen Scone where he says, "I wish I could do the pub crawl. He's at work." That's Rick Moreland's link.
Here,
there.
I'll try and highlight it if I can find it.
Oh, I got it. Yep.
Live from the patio. What's up? Big T.
Marlin Diamond. Okay.
Those guys.
So I'm curious if T opened up his Jack Daniel's single barrel proof that I sent him, and if he liked it. Barrel proof rye. I'm sorry, rye. And if he liked it.
Hey, I want to advertise something my wife made, and maybe somebody will be interested. Bring one of them to me. So my wife took some single barrel proof Jack Daniel's bottles and made lamps out of them, and I think she did a really, really good job with them. She's going to bring one so I can show y'all. Yeah, it's a pair
Yeah,
of
I
them.
might have one of them before too long.
It's yeah, she did a really good job with them.
I think you have a bottle that could make one out of that I sent home with you.
Right. But I need a pair of them. I got it. She wants to do a.
I'll get you another one.
So,
What bottle you want?
So that's what she.
Hold on a second.
There you go.
That is nice.
So yeah, it's damn light. There it is. So the lamp shades got gold and black on it, and yeah, it's a little small, but
It's a desk lamp or
Yeah.
an end table lamp.
Yeah. A table next to the bed lamp, like she said, a desk lamp, or
yeah.
no, it's really neat. Really neat.
And it still has the bottle cork in
Yeah, the cork.
in the system.
Yeah, the cork is still in it. She drilled it and did all that.
So I can send you all my empty bottles?
No, just special ones.
just special ones.
So
Some bottles
Judy-
don't lend itself to making it into a lamp. You'd have
Round
to.
bottles don't stand easy.
Yeah.
Hey, Judy,
Yes, the lamp.
Rusty, put
Yeah.
Judy on camera real quick, or get close to the camera.
Oh no.
All right. So, what are you charging for them? If somebody were to send you bottles, what are you charging for them?
Well, this pair's $50 for the pair.
Yeah, $50 for the pair.
I have a Baker set that I'm not quite done with yet.
Baker
The
7. It's
And
going to look really good.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty reasonable. I mean, $50 for a pair of lamps that
Yeah.
are specially made like that. I mean,
That's
you've probably got at least $10 or $20 into materials between the lampshade and the light fixture stuff, and then your time. I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
pretty reasonable.
And Mr. Mom said yes, the decanter would make a great lamp. However, it would need a base, a wood base of some kind to be glued down to, because it would be kind of unsteady with a with with being top heavy with a
I almost have a
lampshade.
Jack Daniels barrel proof empty over here.
So, but yeah, she's figuring out how to do this. Canadian
I-
Chris said, "Well done, Mrs. Rusty."
Well, thank you.
I love the fact that you're keeping the original cork and drilling through it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And anybody that gets a set needs a tip at least a $20 bill because that $50 is too cheap.
Well,
I think so.
I mean, she, you want to get rid of them, and I already drank the good stuff, so, yeah, she's
Well, see,
working
that
on.
was that was
Baker
worth the
said-
price of admission getting to see you drinking the good stuff.
Yeah, right. Well, you don't have.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so Baker 7. So this is the start of the next project. She's got the hole drilled through it so she can attach the light to it. The round, I still don't know how this is
I
gonna.
think that one's wide enough that it's going to be all right.
Yeah,
How many
maybe.
drills do you go through to get through that cork? Because that's a freaking heavy cork.
I
Yeah,
bought
it
a
is.
titanium drill bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has a metal plate in the inside of the damn thing.
Yeah, and there is a metal plate in there.
Now, I didn't see very well on the Jack Daniels. Are you drilling the bottle too to get the?
Not on that
I
one.
did not drill the Jack Daniels bottles. I will drill the Baker's bottles so that the cord stays inside.
Yeah,
The four roses was easy to drill through.
it's a little off center, but
Yeah,
It'll be
but
all right.
that puts the lamp towards the back of it a little.
I don't see any Basil Haydens.
Yeah, no, no Basil Hayden.
Basil Hayden will tip right the hell over. Somebody
Yeah.
will sneeze at it, it'll fall over.
Now, Judy, can I make a suggestion?
Possible, huh? What?
When you drill it to put the wires inside,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it to where they've put like corn in it or beans or something,
Right.
so it kind of hides the cords.
Right.
I bought sand.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's trying to mix colors. She's got some different colored sand so that it would kind of mimic like bourbon being in there, but that would also weigh it down and keep it from tipping over as much if you filled it up about halfway. But
Like a partial bottle.
there you go. Corbin Cash 1917 bottle is pretty substantial.
Come
Yeah.
New Year's, just go ahead and pour whiskey back in there so we'll have a light show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if I drilled the bottle, then it'd have a leak.
Yeah.
These bottles, that cork is a monster.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Smoke Eye Hill. Oh, yeah. Somebody send me 2 Smoke Eye Hill bottles.
Just
Well,
the empties.
Preferably full.
well,
That's
yeah.
about- That's about 2
Yeah, I want a
pounds.
sample if you get them full, Rusty.
Yeah, no kidding.
I am, however, gonna fixing to pitch a shitload of bottles.
Yeah, I got a bunch. Judy saved all the bottles since I started this, and we've got a pile back there. I have my grandpa a glass bottle lamp of Jim Beam from the 50s that is 1/3 full of marbles from that area. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All those
Ooh.
Blanton's, I think Blanton's probably would make a good little lamp for sure.
But now here's an idea. If you don't have all of the horsies, figure out a way how to get the horse off the cork to get
Yeah.
the lights through, and then at the top of the lampshade, use the horse
Yeah.
I think
as
the
like a
horse
little.
is actually screwed on. I think it's actually a screw, and you would have to take the cork part off to unscrew the horse, but then you can still buy a generic cork and
He's talking about on top of the lamp, put the horse on
but the horse screws off the
top. Okay.
cork off the lid.
Yeah. I don't know. It just we got all these bottles. We had to do something with them.
So talk about football real quick, since we've been kind of back and forth. Fresno State is playing Michigan Wolverines right now, and I believe it is just about halftime, if not just after halftime. And Michigan only has 7 points. Fresno only has 3. But I think that's an indication of how bad Michigan's going to be this year, because They should have more points than 7 points against a team like Fresno State. Am I wrong?
No. But they're playing a great defense.
All right.
Apparently,
Go
Anyway,
Bama! Go Bama!
you didn't find that too funny, apparently. Who the hell knows, man?
Oh, Kirk and Sweeney rum bottles for tiki torches. Ooh.
Don, a lot of these people, or a lot of these teams, they just fiddle fart around with each other, man.
I didn't hear you, Z-Man.
I said a lot of these teams just fiddle fart around with each other.
Yep.
And the score goes absolutely freaking nowhere.
So I've seen kind of like they were talking about the Blanton's like lanterns that you fill up with like citronella oil for mosquitoes out on people's patios and stuff. Those would be pretty cool. And I don't think you would have to do much drilling. Just figure out a way to keep the wick in and not blow up the bottle.
What's wrong with blowing up the bottle?
Well, because it's probably going to take your house with it. Now, if you're going to throw it at somebody, we're good to go.
So one of the ideas I had was to take a Blanton's or a E.H. Taylor or, God forbid, a Pappy's with the 12 gauge shotgun out to the backyard and just let it go.
Nice. You know, Chris, I don't think they're going to repeat this year. I just don't. I think they had a lot to prove last year. I think they had a lot they were playing for, but I just don't see them having that good of a season this year. Not saying State's going to be any better, but I just don't think Michigan's going to do that good this year. All right, and once again, I'll give you guys a 15-minute warning. Baker Drinks comes on at 9, so if you guys want to start heading over there in a little bit, very cool. I've enjoyed tonight. Tonight has been great. I mean, I love having you guys here. I love you guys being here. And somebody backstage. Oh, Ben.
Friday the
Should have sent me a
13th,
text.
we get home, and you gotta love Lipa, or not Lipa, Lilko back in the day.
Yeah, local.
What's up, Ben?
So now I've just watched a horror movie, and I get home, and there's no.
Hey.
That was it. I didn't want horror movies.
Show Bonnie again so we can all wave at her.
And I saw a couple of them.
Hello.
There you
I
go.
don't-
Hello.
When I was younger, I saw a couple of them. And it got,
Here, you're live on YouTube.
So Ben, I don't know if you heard me talk about it earlier, but I was letting everybody here tonight know that you're going to start going live on Fridays.
That, I mean, that was sort of my OG slot. And, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I could just go every night, but you know, I
Yeah.
have a lot.
No, I'm actually excited for Friday nights now because Thursday nights are so hard with work, but now Friday I'll be able to see more of your lives, and that actually makes me happy.
Can you do Thursdays at all or no?
No, I'm not going to do Thursday.
I said, I can't help you. I'm with them.
But what Sean and I talked about was
yo.
on Saturdays that Sean decides he wants to go live. Because you know how like last night he said he wasn't sure when he was going to go. I would give him that slot, or because he only wants to go for a couple hours, maybe he'll do like a 5 to 8, and then at 8 o'clock I'll go live. Or he'll go like 5 to 7, and then I'll jump in. We're gonna work it out, but no, Thursdays don't work for me because
And I told
You know what it is? When I moved to Thursdays when Dan shut down,
Everyone check out my meat.
Thursdays were pretty empty. Thursdays are so cluttered now. It's crazy.
Of course, you shoot
You know?
Yeah.
And Friday night, you got Matt, and that's about it.
Yep.
I mean, you
So-
got Trev, but he's earlier.
So yeah, like I told Sean, I'll do whatever I can to work around him to give him some time because, you know, he's become a friend and he's helped me out so much. And, you know,
And it's also good for me because I'll have the cutoff of I can hand off to Joe.
yeah. Yep. And if Sean goes before me, then he can hand it off to me. I can hand it off to Baker Drinks, and it just works out.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. We may need the space, and we got a few more people to jump in and say hello. So I'll jump off of here. And I've had a good evening, and thank you.
See, Rick.
Hey, I'm going to check you out, man. I'm interested in that amp.
Tell you,
Yeah, check it out. Check it out.
I watched The Ring, and
All right, Rick. Have a good night. Thank you.
Here's Rick. I was trying to go see Rusty yesterday.
Yeah, it was just wasn't a good time.
Would it have worked out if I had come up or no? Was the family keeping you occupied?
So they kept us out a lot later than I thought. So it just
Where's the beef?
yeah. Oh, you know, Shred's playing with some meat. He's always
Shred-
wanting to play
What
with
are you doing with that meat, man? Lube
Oh,
that
Look,
up.
man.
Wow, propane. That says California all over it.
What's wrong with propane? Hey, Hank Hill might have something to say about that.
That's not even meat, dude.
I mean,
What do you
Shred,
want?
I've got to say,
What are you talking about, bro? Look at this.
I'm kind of upset. That's a lot smaller piece of meat than I expected from you.
No, that's the size.
Hey, it's only for 2 people, all right? That's enough to go around.
Two people. That looks like it's for one person.
Maybe you.
What cut is it?
The tri-tip.
Oh, all right. Wait, you're doing tri-tip on propane?
Yeah? Got a problem with that?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
I'm
come
just
over here
jealous
and
you
say
can get tri-tip out there.
something. Hey, once you try my meat, you won't go back to charcoal.
That's what he said.
Go ask Alice with the audio tape.
Hey, you gotta do a reverse here, right? You put it at like 300 for about 45 minutes. Get the middle to about 115. Blast it. Reverse sear that shit till it gets to like 135.
Everybody's brain is
You know the only thing that would make that better? Wood.
Mm-hmm.
White.
All right, you can stop selling me now.
I like watching you drink a fucking O'Doul's.
It's that Moosehead, you fucking Miller Lights drinking bitch.
Moosehead.
O'Doul's rocks.
So Ben, I see you smoking a cigar. What are you smoking? And are you drinking anything?
Yeah, I'm actually having a Redemption High Rye pick right now that I gifted my buddy here. He cracked it. And he gave me a Della.
Oh yeah, look
A
at this
Della.
bitch.
It's a Della. It's
Backyard,
weird.
right?
It's not bad. It was kind of rough in the beginning. I've never seen him before, but I gave him an Alex Bradley double broadleaf. He gave me this weird Della thing.
Weird what?
This is a crack chain.
Moosehead.
So not only did I not hear the clock,
Did you get a haircut, Shred?
Just on the sides. Summertime.
or maybe they didn't. I noticed it.
He got the full mullet going on now. Business in the front,
Yeah,
party in the
yeah.
back.
It's a full mullet back here, you guys. I don't want to show it. I'm too embarrassed.
Wait, did you cut? You didn't cut. No, the back's still there.
No, dude. Are you kidding me right now? Just gotta pull back, motherfucker.
Don't know.
Don't trip.
Business in the front, party in the back. There you go.
I gotta tempt my meat. You want to stop soloing me for a sec?
No.
It was interesting watching you walk around your house.
I gotta flip this meat over.
Yeah. Clean up
So
that.
Ben,
clean
Peter
up that
White says
back
he's
garden.
also drinking a Redemption 10-year high rye barrel proof.
Yeah, no, this is only a 4 or 5 year. It's a 105 proof pick. I just looked for something. We were having a barbecue. I just looked for something to bring that was different that, would just crack and he could just drink on. So this is nothing too special, but it's good.
You finish the book, you'll give it.
Damn.
Gabby's like, I've had quite a few Stevie drinks. I would love to read the
All right, I just poured my last pour of the night, and it's just a Maker's Mark cast strength. I need nothing crazy.
Are one I got from Dave. Remember old man Dave? Yeah.
But yeah, I've enjoyed tonight. Thank you everybody for showing up and coming out. And it's been fun. I love the conversation.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
Rusty knows how his wood turned out, so that's good.
And yeah, I can't wait to try. I'm going to put a little more Mizunara in something.
The one I bought.
Don't hate on the propane.
The one I have a pick from him is this thick.
I wish the wild turkey would have come out better. So I would have been interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try some. I'm definitely gonna try some French oak and some Rich and Rare Reserve for sure.
You put maple in that shit?
Rusty, I picked up 250 mLs of Rich and Rare Reserve, so we're gonna have to drink them together.
Absolutely.
Only 250. I got the
look at there, Ben. Oh yeah.
Oh, guy just scared the crap out of himself.
Why?
Because it's good.
I've seen.
It's a good. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I mean, look, it ain't the greatest, but it's it's cheap and it's a good start of the night. Get your palate kind of going. It's not terrible. And I can't wait to see what French oak is going to do to it. I'm gonna put probably about 10 grams in a big bottle, like William Hall.
Did you put any Amberana in?
Finish that for you?
No, I haven't messed with the Rich and Rare at all. But I need to. I don't think. No, I didn't. No, not yet. Amberana. It kind of. I don't know. I'm over the Amberana. I liked it, but now it's just the same thing. Everybody's putting it out and it all tastes the same. RD1 does a real good job, but I don't know. I'm over it.
No, I'm with you. Amberana is like overdone.
Yeah.
Everybody sees that it works and then they want to do it.
Right.
Now I'm wondering with
2 or 3 bottles.
Like the Spanish oak, like Rebecca Creek did.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of places are going to try that just because of the success Rebecca Creek had?
But they haven't yet. That's the problem. They really haven't.
I think they kind of did. They've almost sold out of everything, and everybody likes it. Well, 90% of the people like it.
Rebecca Creek did, but nobody else. I'm not seeing anybody else with the Spanish oak.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if we're going to start seeing that from other distilleries because of Rebecca Creek.
I don't know.
If they do after the Amberana phrase, I'm not going to follow along. I'm just not going to do it.
I wish we could get some Rich and Rare Reserve to Canadian Chris because he says it's not up there. It's made up there, but they don't sell it there, which is ridiculous.
Shreddy, you take care of your meat. Flip it often.
Yeah. Yeah. Handle it with care, but yeah, do it a lot. That's what I do anyway.
Hey, Josh, what was that you tried that was malted wheat in a PX sherry cask?
Oh, anything with a PX sherry cask is freaking awesome. I don't care if it's wheat or bourbon or single malt. Oh my God. That finish is freaking awesome. Scotch and a PX sherry. Oh, wow. Fantastic. Mm-hmm.
So
Wow,
winners-
Mr. Tom, you're showing your age. Porky's? You know,
Dude,
wow,
Porky's is a classic.
it
I
is.
still watch Porky's today.
Oh, yeah.
But not Porky's 2, because Porky's 2 just kind of went downhill. But
Yeah, it went down the hill fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Porky's is good. And
Oh,
then
Yep.
what was the other one that was out around the same time? Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
The first
Damn.
one was good, but then it went downhill after that.
Yeah.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High was the classic that just kind of kicked that all off.
Revenge of the
Yes,
Nerds.
Spicoli made that. That and the Hot Chicks. The Hot Chicks in those 80s movies. The movies could have sucked, but the
Weird
Hot Chicks
Science.
made them awesome.
Weird Science.
Weird Science, yeah.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds was filmed in University of Arizona. Those are the dorms, the outside of those buildings. They have all strip when you drive into the fucking place.
Z-Man, were you an extra in that? You look familiar.
No, sir. But I probably could have been. I'm gonna keep it G-rated, not say anything else. The thoughts roll through my head. It's like, yeah.
Well, I'm not saying your scene wasn't cut. I'm just saying you look.
It's not about a scene. It's you know, I'll throw it out there. It's hot girls. You know, it is what it is. That's a shame in my game.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Rusty just bailed, and it's 9 o'clock, so Baker Drinks is gonna be coming on. So I want to thank everybody again for being on tonight. Holiday weekend. I really didn't think many people were gonna be here, but I appreciate everybody that showed up, and thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the ideas for the conversations, and I appreciate it.
I figured you want to stay on and talk about the Colts a little more in this NFL season because you know they're going to go all the way.
All
Yeah,
the
no.
way.
I am good without talking about the Colts.
Me too, and I live here.
Yeah, no, I actually think I'm going to call it an early night because I was up kind of late last night and get some sleep, and I got a bunch of work to do tomorrow. So I'm going to probably hop over to Baker's for a few and then wrap it up and call it a night.
All right.
So thank you guys
Catch you on the flip.
again, and see you next week. See you on other channels, and I appreciate it. And I will be ending the stream in 3, 2, 1. Have a good night.
Good night. Have a good night.